Hello everybody, I apologize. I'm not sure what's going on with the highlight video there, but it definitely was not working very well. So welcome in. It is Tuesday night, and that means we are here with Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Pro Division. That's right, the big class is coming out to play here at the Nürburgring GP tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the racetrack. It's a 3.2 mile, 5.15 kilometer racetrack, has 15 left and right hand turns. It's a tarmac surface. It's also a real world circuit, meaning they race on a still to this day, and elevation change of about 187 feet from the highest point, of course, to the lowest point of the racetrack here. So, as we head in to round 8 here for our pro division. I know it says after round 6 on the standings. I apologize. It's after round 7. Just a little typo there. No big deal. All right. So after 7 rounds here from this amazing series presented by DDR, D-Dot Racing, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we sit moving into Nürburgring GP. We've got Lucas 36 with 353 points. We got Risky Replicant chasing in second place with 350 points. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey with 282 points. Black Widow with 243 points in fourth place. Streeter Tom with 232 points in fifth place. Miss Devious there with 202 points in sixth place. IT43 with 182 points in seventh. Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing in eighth place there with 180 points. We've got ATK's Accursed with 164 points, and then we've got Dirty Air from VPR with 162 points to round out the top 10. That leaves Kanji with 152, Petrol with 142, Larry Birch with 138, Bo with 82 points, and the rest of our drivers either no longer in the series or on the substitute driver docket. So, just a little bit about what's going to happen here in just a little bit of time. We're about 3 minutes away here, so a little bit of a small field here today. We got 10 driver grid here tonight. We are missing 2 of our drivers we're still expecting here. They could pop in at any last second here, but we'll wait and see. So a couple of our drivers, of course, heading out into the Porsche Esports Cup there in California here very, very early in the morning here. So Risky Replicant will not be with us here today, and Streeter Tom had to step away, of course, due to that nagging injury and some personal matters going on. So he will no longer be on the track here for the remainder of the season either, but that still leaves us with about 13 of our pro drivers left in the grid here yet this season. But 10 drivers tonight, and you know what? That's all right. A little bit of open space on this racetrack is not a bad thing. So that should open it up for some pretty good racing here, I think, from our pro division. We'll have to wait and see, though. Top 10 points guaranteed for all the drivers here tonight. And as we're winding down our championship season here, of course, that is all good gains for some of the drivers that are able to make it here today as well. Chris coming in with that thumbs up. How you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Our Pro-Am Division Championship points leader coming into last night's race. Undetermined where he's at, obviously, until standings are done this week. But looking pretty spicy up there at the top of the grid there in the AM division, Mr. Reeves, I got to say. So, 2 weeks to go. See if you can hold on to it. All right, so we're just letting everything sort out here. We got 1 minute to race time, so we're going to see a 2 sprint race format here this evening racing here. So we're going to have one race. It's going to be a 15-minute qualifying run, and that's going to be a 15-minute sprint race. The racing medium tire, the only tires allowed to be used here for the drivers. And, well, I mean, what else can we say? It's going to be 15 minutes of full send racing from our pro division. And then from there, that takes us into race number 2. It's going to be a 30-minute sprint race, and it's going to be a reverse grid based off of how race 1 results finish. So 10th place will go to first, first will go to 10th, second to 9th, 9th to second, so on and so forth, all the way back up into the middle of the grid, where, well, those positions don't really change anything. So we'll have to wait and see how everybody handles Nürburgring GP here in our pro division tonight. The AMs, they had a spectacular set of races last night, so I would suspect we're going to see much of the same thing here from our pros tonight. We're just going to reset the capture card right now, so you're going to see the screen go black for a second when it actually works. And it should come back on here in about another 15-20 seconds. There we go. And we have some game sound, so my suspicion was correct on that. All right. So we're gonna reset the lobby, and we're gonna get the drivers off and running here. So. Hold on, let's get this lobby all reset up real quick here. It's been up for about 20 minutes, so we're just going to give it a double hit here. All right. Thanks, man. I'm trying. Competition is strong. Good luck, pros. Go Team Apex. Hey, all right, there we go. So lobbies are reset, so now the drivers can check in, and we'll get qualifying underway here. I need to get my keyboard in action here. Oh, that's it. Where's my keyboard? These PlayStation 5 controllers, you don't even touch anything. It says that I'm touching the big D-pad in the middle of the controller, even though I'm not. All right, 6 out of the 10 drivers have already readied up and checked in. We got Lucas and Dirty Air here still, so once those guys tick in and ready up, we'll get qualifying underway here. So it is medium tires only. Glad to see ATK, aka Leo, on track. Absolutely, absolutely. He's been watching enough. He finally got the bug to come in and check it out for himself, right? So, of course, we misplaced him, unfortunately, in the first week. Otherwise, you could have an extra race in hand here, but you know, that's my fault. All right, there we go. Looks like all drivers are checked in. Let's get this, let's get the festivities underway, shall we? Hey, hey. All right, qualifying button has been clicked. So 15 minutes of qualifying here. Ian coming in with that share, Aaron coming in with the like, Chris coming in with the like as well on the Facebook stream. Welcoming in all our YouTube viewers. Chris and Ian also coming in with the share. Appreciate y'all. And again, welcome in YouTube as well. So we're just keeping an eye on the streaming side of things here right now. My computer is running a little bit poorly at the moment. So hopefully it doesn't affect the stream. Let's go TT, says Eon. All right. So Tom the Tech will be our first driver out here, it looks like, on track today. So let's see what Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing has in store for us here this evening on the Nürburgring GP. We have seen the Porsche is very strong here. We've also seen the Mercedes very strong here. We've seen McLaren's do pretty well here in that first race this week last evening with our AM class. So it's going to be interesting to see if those same cars are much of the same thing here in behind the hands of our pro class drivers. We have Lucas 36 is going around. Tom the Tech here, he's going to come out as typical Lucas here. He likes to be out first on the grid, so he's going to get out in front with that Ford GT race car, the only driver in the series tackling this car here this season. And as it comes around the Goodyear curve here, just a nice little gap there between him and Tom the Tech. Tom the Tech at that Honda NSX here in the series, and I believe he's the only driver, with the exception of one of our reserves, also in that car. We've got Dirty Air here in the McLaren here in third position. We got Black Widow out in that Genesis here in fourth place. We've got Mischievous in that Porsche 911. We've got ATK 037 here, aka Leo, in the Ferrari here, and it's nice to see him on track here. He says he's a little bit nervous, but he'll fit right in. He's used to driving with these guys. We got ATK's Accursed here as well in 7th position on the track. We got IT43 8th out on track here. Bo Snipes just coming out on track here now, so giving himself plenty of racing room to qualify in. We have seen lots of our drivers do that in Apex. Jakey serving a qualifying ban for an incident at Red Bull Ring last week, so he will start at the back of the pack here in race number 1 today. And we'll have to see what he can do with that. But like I said, not bad though. 10 place points. No petrol though, missing that vet out there. Yeah, no petrol tonight. No, I know. We're also missing Kanji from VPR, but I haven't checked the check-in yet today either. Of course, Risky again, getting ready to head out to California to compete on the big stage here this weekend. So definitely good luck to him, and Pei Mei, of course, as well. So yeah, hoping the best for him, and hopefully they just enjoy their experience out there in California. That's the important thing. Go enjoy the experience, because that's a big stage. It's a big stage. Alright, so we're going to stay with Lucas here as we're getting almost midway around the NURB here, GP circuits. So let's stick with this Ford GT race car here, and as we head up in through the RTL corner there, I think that is. Wow, my brain is not working again today. Both of them are going to crush it. They might. They just very well might, Chris. You just never know, buddy. Now they've been working hard, so we're just definitely thinking of them. We're definitely sending good vibes, and I'm sure many of us will be watching. So it'll be Lucas 36 here as he heads up in towards the Vito chicane here, coming out of RTL corner and coming into the RTL corner right now. I am so confused right now where we are on the racetrack. All right, we're near the end. Coming through the Goodyear curve here, of course, at not the Goodyear curve. Oh my. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop trying to name corners here because I got them all jumbled up today. We know what this one is. We know that's the Vito chicane, so we'll stick with that anyways. Yeah. And you can see using all that curbing there, and it's really hard to do in these MR cars as well. It's just because they're so low to the ground, they bounce over the curbs, and that can kind of unsettle the race car, obviously, when it lands back down on the ground. This car especially, it's a very large, heavy car here. And what are we going to see for time here? It's going to be a 56.3 from Lucas 36. Tom the Tech coming in behind there. It's going to be still he's going to sit in second place there as he comes through Dirty Air, making a mistake there. As he comes through, Black Widow's going to move up into second position. So some of the drivers have gotten out of sequence here in qualifying. Ms. Devious coming through there. It's going to be good enough for fifth place. ATK Leo in fourth position there. Curse moves up into third place here, and apparently we're on the very last driver in the grid here now. There we go, Dirty Air coming through in 8th place there. We've got Bo in 9th, but he hasn't put in his official hot lap yet. He's just working on that right now as he comes through the Goodyear curve. That's the Goodyear curve. I know the hairpin's the Goodyear curve. I just, for some reason, got really misdirected on the racetrack there for a minute. And that takes us up through the Schumacher S's, and then leading into the RTL corner here. And the Bilstein corner. This is the Bilstein corner. There it is. Just took a minute for it to come in here. So we're going to stick with Bo Snipe here. He is purple right now, too, as he comes around, because this is going to be his first flying lap here from Bo Snipe. Now, again, he decided to give lots of space to the rest of the field and just come out with an wide open racetrack, and not a bad idea at all here as he's coming around into the Vito chicane. And you can see that McLaren not liking the curb hopping much there either, but you do need to maximize all of the track there in order to really maximize the straight line through the S there. And it looks like a pretty good lap here from Bo. Let's see what he's got as he comes through. It's going to be a 56.345, and it's good enough for second place. And he's just nibbling in behind Lucas 36 here, who is only 4/100ths of a second. So that was a very good time there from Apex Bo Snipe as he comes around on his first hot lap there, and it's good enough for second currently on the grid. But we should see that change around here from bit to bit as these drivers go around. Lucas improving on that time. He's got it down to a 56.078. Bo here in second place. We got Black Widow and Tom the Tech here. We'll sit with these two as they come around there, and don't see any improvement from either one of those two drivers. We got ATK's Accursed here. Miss Devious does get an improvement there at 58.3, and it's still only good enough for seventh there. We got Accursed coming through here right now. He finds an improvement and stays in fifth place. Tom the Tech at sixth. We got Dirty Air here in seventh position, and 2.2 seconds currently off that time from Lucas. IT43 coming in with a 57.684. That's good enough for sixth place here currently on the grid. We've got Miss Devious here in ninth position. We've got Jakey here sitting in pit lane waiting for qualifying to end so he can get to do some racing. Let's go, Bo. Alright, so Lucas 36 is definitely flying around this racetrack, but so is this man right here, Bo Snipe. These two very, very quick here so far early on in qualifying. We've got ATK Curse going into pit lane, may have picked up some damage, or I'm not sure what what was going on there, but yeah, or he's just happy. No, it looked like he had some damage, or he's just coming into pit lane to sort that out. So the damage model is on heavy now. Qualifying settings are same as racing conditions. Racing conditions has heavy penalty system turned on, so that means our qualifying also, sorry, heavy damage also has the heavy damage model turned on. So if these drivers don't get it right in qualifying, is going to cost them a potential lap in qualifying to reset, get an out lap flying, and get another flying lap in again. Potentially could cost two. So Bo does not find improvement there, but very consistent time there from Bo Snipe as he comes through here on his second lap. We got Lucas 36 coming back around here on his third hot lap here in qualifying. Now 15-minute qualifying, we're going to see about 7 hot laps, 6-7 hot laps depending on which driver goes across the line when. And it's a 56.105 there from Lucas 36, super consistent again. So Tom the Tech and Black Widow here are going to be the next two to come across the line. Let's see if they find improvement. Does not appear so there. 57.1 for Widow. We've got Miss Devious coming through here right now. She finds an improvement there as well, and it's still good enough for 6th place there, so it does leapfrog her up above IT43 for the time being. ATK 037 coming through here, doesn't find an improvement this time around. We've got ATK's Curse coming here. He's going to be our next driver through from ATK Motorsports, and let's see what happens. Attack Motorsports, I guess. Pardon me, I keep saying it wrong. I apologize, guys. The prefix, it's getting me. Good luck, drivers. Go 1010s Racing Team. Hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you, my guy. Coming in with that thumbs up on stream. Josh coming in with the thumbs up as well. All right, so we're going to stick with the Cursed here as he comes through. He's coming around the Hyundai curve here right now, and that's our final hairpin here on the racetrack. It used to be called the Coca-Cola curve, now known as the Hyundai curve. And a 56.626 there, but I think that was an outlap, so definitely probably not going to find any improvement on that. We got Bo coming through here. He's just heading into the Vito chicane here for his third time around the racetrack, and looking pretty solid here right now in the number 94 McLaren here from Apex Sim Racing, so we'll have to see what he's got as he comes around the Hyundai curve here. And yeah, it looks like he's about on pace where he was last time around, so we're going to see another one of those consistent laps, so 56.7 coming from Bo Snipe there in the McLaren. We've got Lucas 36 here, the number 36 Ford GT race car, LM race car that is, coming around here as he heads up in towards the Hyundai curve on lap number 4 or 5 technically here, I guess, in qualifying. 4th flying lap in qualifying, and no fuel, no tire wear here in the first race, so this is a full send situation. When the drivers are feeling comfortable with the car, they are absolutely going to put everything into it that they have. So Black Widow's coming through here, Tom the Tech coming through. Not seeing any improvement from those drivers here at the moment. We got Miss Devious coming through here, and it looked like she hit the brakes a little bit there. I'm not sure. Maybe testing something, maybe making an adjustment. Not sure what we saw there, but IT43 here in 7th place. We got Tom in 8th currently. We got Dirty Air in 9th place, and JQ will round out the field here to start our race tonight. So 4.5 minutes remaining of qualifying, and I thought we were going to see these guys tighten up that qualifying laps a little bit tighter here yet, but we might yet. We just might yet. But it is Lucas 36 here in first. We got Bo in second. We got Black Widow currently sitting in third. This is all provisionally as we're still under qualifying conditions. We've got ATK's Leo here. We've got ATK's Curse right in behind here as well in fifth. We got Mysterious sitting sixth currently. We got IT43 sitting seventh in place currently here on the grid. Tom the Tech in ninth place and Dirty Air here in eighth place. Tom the Tech, Dirty Air in ninth on the grid. And well, we'll have to wait and see how everything shakes out here today. Just trying to get something off the Discord server there, but it doesn't want to load up here right now. So again, my computer seems to be struggling a little bit here today, so I do apologize if the stream has a couple of issues here tonight. We're just hoping that it's going to well, do what it always does and hold up. All right, Black Widow improving there, 56.767. That's still going to keep her in third place. We got Leo coming around the Hyundai curve here right now. Let's see what he's got here. He's sitting in fourth place. Nope, doesn't find any improvement there, and looks like he's going to pull off the tractor. As you can see him getting off the racing line. Misdevious goes past there in sixth position. IT43 coming around the Hyundai curve here right now. He had Dirty Air just up in front of him there. Dirty Air's up at the 8th place here currently on the grid with about 2.5 minutes remaining now, pardon me. So enough time for 2 more laps for most of these drivers on the pace are on here right now. Dirty Air in 8th. We got Tom here in 9th. We've got Jakey sitting there in 10th place, and then it's going to be moving groove time. Alright, so it's Lucas 36 sitting in pole position currently. We have Bo Snipe here in second. We've got Black Widow here in third position. We've got ATK's Leo here in fourth place, and he's only 0.3 of a second in behind Black Widow. And then it's half a tenth between him and ATK's Accursed. It's 0.3 between himself and Miss Devious. Miss Devious has about 2.5 tenths over IT43, who has a tenth on Dirty Air at the moment, who has about 1.5 tenths on Tom the Tech here currently. And you can see Leo just moving slowly on the side of the racetrack there, letting some of the guys that are at speed go by. He might have bottled a lap, or he just might not be happy with that particular lap, and he's just letting these guys go through unhindered, obviously. So that's some great respect there from ATK 037. Alright, so it is Lucas 36 heading up in through the Vito chicane here. Second last time. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble there. You can see he's just going to warm those tires up there. And then he's going to send it around for one more crack at it here. As he's going to cross the line, he's got about a minute 16, 17 seconds left. So it'll be enough time to get one more lap in for him. We've got Black Widow there in third place. She's just coming around here right now, and it's not an improvement on the last time around. Leo won't be either, because we've seen him giving people past. It's going to be ATK Accursed here. He is just heading out of the Goodyear curve there, I believe, and heading up into the Schumacher S's here right now. So as he exits the Schumacher S, is getting ready to head into the RTL corner, and then into the Bilstein curve. Dirty Air setting up a better time there as well, moving himself up into 6th position. So right at the end of qualifying there, finding himself up in the middle part of the grid there with a nice late qualifying lap from himself. And yeah, hey, that's what it's all about. So let's see what Accursed has here as we head up in towards the Vito chicane here. Not sure if he was up or down. I wasn't paying attention as I was busy looking at all the fastest laps being put in from some of the drivers here. So sticking with Accursed here as he comes around. Nice tight line through the Hyundai curve. Big, nice flowing exit there. Gets on the power nice and early. And it's going to be a 57.5 for him. So that was a good job. We got Dirty Air here in 6th place. We got Miss Devious here in 7th. We've got IT43 here in 8th right now. We got Tom the Tech sitting in 9th, and Jakey will round out our grid here tonight. So it is Bo Snipe coming through right now, and he is going to take the checkered flag this time around here, but definitely a good solid qualifying strategy and session for him there. It's definitely not an improvement from him there, but you know what, he's probably happy with a current second placement on the grid as long as it stands while the rest of these drivers come through. Lucas 36 gets it a little bit wrong there, and that's going to be a squash lap there for him. So we'll sit with Black Widow here and see if she can find a last lap dash here as well. And a half-second track limit penalty there for her as she comes through the Vito chicane, so that will not be a last-ditch effort there from Black Widow to try and grab one more spot up in the grid here, and it's unfortunate. We got Tom the Tech coming through there, and he does improve. It's 7.457, so that's an 8th place still there for him as well. Where was Leo? Leo's still flying here. He's got somebody up in front of him as well. See if we can catch who that is here. It's IT43, and oh boy, Leo got it all wrong there. So let's jump on board with IT43 here as he comes around the Hyundai curve for the final time here in qualifying. And let's see if he gets a nice little bit of a blazing lap put in here. He's a quick driver. He could definitely do it. A 57.7 there coming from IT43. Now it's going to leave him 9th on the grid there, and JP's coming out to get some lap in. All right, so out on track, getting that car, making sure everything's working before the race starts. So it won't be a recorded time here, so it is A-OK. The Lamborghini out on track. Alright, so it's Lucas 36 in pole position. It's going to be Bo Snipe lining up beside him. In row 2 is going to be Black Widow with ATK 037 lined up beside her. To start row 3 will be Dirty Air from VPR, and lined up beside him will be... Oh, wait, did something just change there? Oh, ATK Curse came through and stealing a spot on the grid there, the 56.867. I didn't realize he was still flying there. So let's go through that again. It's going to be a Lucas 36 on pole position with Bo Snipe beside him. In row 2 will be Black Widow and ATK Accursed. To start row 3 will be ATK 037 with a Dirty Air lined up beside him. Starting row 4 will be Miss Devious with Tom the Tech lined up right beside her. To start row 5 will be IT43, and he'll be lined up with Apex Ajiki right in beside him. So here we go. We got us some qualifying results, which means we've got a grid set, which means we are very close to racing conditions, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so 1.6 seconds separating the field here from first to last today. So a little bit of a gap from first to last place here in the division. We are missing some of the drivers here, though. So a 10-car grid here tonight. Let's get it, Jake and Bo. And, well, I mean, it's going to be race time here. So I'm just going to verify these drivers are good to go. And then we'll kick it. Hey, what is up, Scott? How you doing, my guy? How is the new digs treating you? How's the new job, my dude? There it is. And we are getting ready to go racing, ladies and gentlemen, so let us get this going. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just checking to make sure we got all the audios working. Everything is looking juicy. And we got 2 red, 3 red, 4 red, kick them tires, light them fires. We're about to go racing, chat. We're green, 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 and our pole sitter takes the field out, and it looks like Dirty Air may have gotten stuck on the grid. Let's go take a look at what's happening here. We have 0 throttle input from this driver. Oh, we may have lost a driver. We're going to be calling a red flag here, I think, chat. Yeah. Oh, there we go. He's got it kicked up here now. Not sure what happened there. Alright, I think we're going to have to call the red flag here. That is definitely a weird situation right there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to flip you back over here for a second. It was laggy. It was. Alright, so I don't know if that was a technical issue or if he just wasn't ready even though he said he was ready. Take 2. Driver stuck on the grid there in our first attempt, so I got to not change anything. The grid is still proper here. Yeah, probably should change it, I guess. Oops. It looked like they had the lineup correct there, but can we trust that that's the case? Probably not. Alright. Alright, so we just got to set the grid up, chat, and we'll fire this thing right back off here. So I apologize to the drivers. I'm not sure what happened there. We had a little bit of a technical issue, obviously, or one driver not getting off the line there. So definitely going to call a red flag on that guy. Gained some DR. That's nice. Glad to see that you gained some DR, Aaron. You think? I know it's so hard to tell when you get into the A level, isn't it? Alright, let's get that grid all dialed in, shall we? Where is our man accursed? I think that is exactly what the order is here. Lucas, Bo, Black Widow, Accursed, Leo, Dirty Air, Misty, Tom the Tank. Something ain't right here. Hold on. I'm confused myself, chat. Lucas, Bo, hold on. Oh, I see where it is. Okay, got it. Alright, that took a hot minute. Sorry, chat. My apologies. There we go. Lucas, Bo, Black Widow, Accursed, Leo, Dirty Air, Misdevious, Tom the Tech, IT43, and Jakey. Alright, are we ready this time? Dirty Air, are we good, my guy? Not sure what happened there. It almost looked like he had an issue there. He wasn't moving at all. There was a good 20 or 30 seconds there where the car just wasn't reacting at all in any shape, form, or way. So all right, round two. Alright, so red flag called here in our first race start, ladies and gentlemen, just due to a car stuck on the grid. Hopefully, that's not the case here in our second start. We'll have to just wait and find out, I guess, hey? Alright, let's do it all over again. Kick them tires, light them fires. Let's go race it again. Gotta go. Take it easy, everyone. Keep smashing it. I'll watch these races during the work breaks. Hey, have a good day tomorrow, Scott. We appreciate you, you legend. Alright, we're off, and hey, everybody gets a way better race start this time here. Alright, so Lucas takes the field through there. Bo Snipe check it up just a little bit there. He didn't want to get into the back end of Lucas, and that allowed ATK, Cursed, and Black Widow to attempt to take a position there. And Bo Snipe's actually doing a pretty good job at defending both of them off there for a minute. A little bit of contact here early on in the race, and we've seen this in the AM race too in these cold racing tires. Just a little bit of nose to rear bumper touching going on here. Drivers are definitely sorting themselves out on these cold racing tires very early, so a good racing start here in race number 2. We didn't have anybody stuck on the grid. Dirty Air here up in the 6th place. We got Leo here in 7th. We got Misdevious in 8th. We got Jakey up in the 9th. We got IT43 here in 10th place. So a little bit of checkup going into turn 1 here from the pro drivers in the second restart here, but no harm, no foul, it looks like, on any of these racing cars here. So Lucas 36 takes the early racing lead here with ATK Curse chasing 3/4 of a second in behind. As Bo Snipe now now trying to charge back up into that second place starting position, getting around Tom the Tech there with a nice pass, and moves himself back up into third position. But Tom the Tech is all over his business here right now as we head up in through the Schumacher S's for the first time here, and he's got Black Widow right in tow here in fifth place as well. So she is tucked right there in close. She started on third, down a couple of positions from the starting point here, but as these drivers get these tires warmed up and get these cars in optimal racing conditions, watch the pushing start. Leo here in sixth place. We got Vesuvius up into 730 here in eighth place here. Jakey very close behind here in ninth place, and IT43 just trailing here in 10th place in that Nissan GTR. So as we head into the Beetle chicane here for the first time, it is Lucas 36 still in the lead of this race, and he had a really good pace we've seen in qualifying. So we should see this driver, granted, lots of things can happen in a race, but if he maintains that pace of qualifying, should be a good race run here for him in race number one. So it's a Kirst here in second place. He's under pressure here from Bo Snipe now. Bo Snipe taking that McLaren up the inside of the Mercedes here, heading into turn one, and should get the position here. But we have seen drivers hold that outside line quite well here at the Nürburgring GP circuit as well. And oh boy, Bo Snipe, a little mistake under throttle there, gets that car a little bent out of shape, and he's not going to be able to get the position from holds the position from ATK Kirst. He's actually going to allow Black Widow to go through here in the process here, and we're going to do a little bit of bumper tapping here as we come back into the Mercedes arena there. It is a little bit of bumping and going here. So Black Widow in the exchange of cars there gets second place. Bo Snipe moves into third place. We got Tom the Tech here in fourth place. We got Leo in fifth position. We got ATK's Kirst here in sixth. We got Mischievous in seventh. We got Dirty Air here in eighth place. We got Jakey in ninth, and we got IT43 here in 10th place. And I thought I'd just seen a weird lag spike there. We've seen some of that in the AM lobby as well, so we're going to be keeping our eye on that here throughout the evening's proceedings as well. Lucas 36, he's got 2.9 seconds currently over Black Widow here in second position, who's got about a second now on Bo Snipe. But Bo Snipe had great pace of qualifying, and once he gets settled into race number one here, we should be one to look out for here as far as the podium finish goes. Currently sitting in third place, Tom the Tech chasing here from Flying Fox Racing in fourth place in NSX, and he's starting to look like he's really getting comfortable behind the wheel of that car here in the season as well. We got ATK 037 here. He is sitting pretty strong in fifth place here, and he's got Mischievous and ATK's Kirst in sixth and seventh place, chasing here in the Mercedes and the Porsche behind. Jakey and Dirty Air now side by side as we head up into the Vito chicane here on lap number 2, and Lamborghini is going to have that inside position going into the corner and maintains that position coming out of the corner, and he's going to get the job done there. Nice clean good pass there by Jakey, and great job by those two drivers navigating a very difficult sector of the racetrack while battling for position there. We got IT43 here in the 10th position, and just settled in behind here for the time being. That dip that's tight to the inside on T1 can definitely upset the car. Oh, for sure it can. We've seen it a few times last night in our AM class as well. We've seen it very early on here tonight. We got Lucas 36, 3 seconds now up the road from Black Widow here, who has about 2 seconds from Bo Snipe, who was doing he looks very strong through the Mercedes arena here actually in this McLaren as well. So should be a point in the racetrack where you see him make up time on those drivers up in front, as we've seen him coming through nice and crispy there in the first couple laps. We got Tom the Tech here in 4th position at NSX, and he's got a little bit of pressure now from the Ferrari in behind, as ATK Leo here is closing in on that driver. Alright, we got ATK Kirst here. He's in 6th place, and anything can happen. I mean, one little mistake here from these drivers on this racetrack could cost multiple positions. So ATK Kirst here in 6th place. We got Mischievous there in 7th. And Jakey chasing here in 8th place, currently on a purple lap right now. That is owned by Black Widow, 56.756 right now, but Jakey is looking to try and take that away. We've got Dirty Air here in 9th position, and IT43 here in 10th place. So Nürburgring GP looks like a simple racetrack, not the case. Very difficult racetrack. It's got a very flat surface. It's very wide. It's good for racing, especially in the middle part of the racetrack. However, it's a difficult racetrack. It has very difficult corners. They're very high-speed corners, and it's a very slippery track surface here at Nürburgring GP. It's unlike many of the surfaces we're used to racing on here in the Gran Turismo 7 platform. This one always just seems a little bit more slick. Bo was flying in pre-race practice, was only able to get within 1.5 seconds. He's so fast when he's locked in, isn't he, Aaron? We got Lucas here in first place. And I want to talk about fast drivers. Lucas 36 has proven to be a very fast driver here in the series as well. We got Black Widow here in second position, and obviously she's proven to be very quick here as well in the series. We've got Bo Snipe here in third place chasing, and he is starting to close that gap up now here on the Genesis driver up in front. So as he's starting to settle back into his pace here, he is starting to close back up on our second place driver. We got Leo. He's moved up into fourth place here. We got a nice little healthy battle between Tom and Accursed. Mercedes versus NSX as we head through the AMG arena here, and we're getting a little bit of a traffic jam behind the drivers waiting to try and take advantage and pounce as well. Miss Devious gets a great exit coming out of there and holding Jake off here for the time being, as these guys are we going to see a 3 wide here. Wouldn't be the first time. Ooh, oh no, oh no. Alright, let's take a look, see what happened here. We're going into the corner. And oh boy, just under throttle there. That Lamborghini just went for a little bit of a wild ride, and that was really unfortunate there for Jake, as he was making a nice pass there on Miss Devious. Got the job done, and just went to get on the power, and the car just disappeared. And we were just talking about how slippery this track surface is. That's exactly a prime example of how slippery the track surface is here. It is not hard to lose traction on the surface. Even when you think you're good to go, you might not necessarily be the case, and it just caught that Lamborghini out a little bit there. We got Bo Snipe here in third position. We got side-by-side battle now between Accursed and ATK's Leo here as we get through into the Vito curve for the 4th time here in race number 1. And nice clean battling happening here in this mid-pack right now by these drivers. We got ATK's Leo here in 5th place. We got Miss Devious and Tom the Tech now up side by side. So Tom the Tech might have made a mistake coming out of the Vito curve there, or the Vito chicane a little bit. That allowed Miss Devious to get a run there, and she's actually going to grab the spot, move herself back up into 6th position. And are we going to see a response here from Tom the Tech heading into turn 1? Miss Devious is going to go into that semi-defensive position as we head into the braking zone, and make sure that if he is going to attempt it, he's going to try and do it on the outside of the corner. Now, like I said, can be done here, however, in turn 1 at Nürburgring GP if you really want to commit to it there. We got a little bit of love tap there from Tom the Tech on Miss Devious there up front there as well, and no harm, no foul between those two drivers. They continue on their way here. We've got Dirty Air here in 8th place. We got IT43 here in 9th, and Jakey getting that car all sorted out there, and tough start there for Jake. Lucas 36 here in the lead of the race. We got Black Widow here in 2nd position. We got Bo Snipe here in 3rd place. We got ATK's Accursed in 4th place. So not a lot's changed in the top 3 here right now in the last 2 or 3 laps. So we have had a little bit of battling happening here in this mid-pack though. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place. Some good healthy little battles for position between those groups of drivers there as well. Hey, how's it going, Matt? Let's go, Dirty. Hey. Alright, let's go to our Porsche driver here, Miss Devious, as she comes around here, and currently sitting in 6th place, 1.6 seconds in behind ATK's Leo, and got about 1.1 second gap on Tom the Tech and the NSX here in behind. It seemed to be fairly close on pace, Tom the Tech and Miss Devious there, but now Dirty Air is starting to squeeze in here a little bit, and this McLaren is starting to put a little bit of pressure on Tom the Tech here. He's got the gap up to 1 second there, down to 0.6 of a second here. Lost a little smidge of time on the exit of the Goodyear curve there, but it doesn't seem to have affected his charge towards Tom the Tech too much here as we head into the Vito curve here for the 5th time in race number 1. Look at the run that Dirty Air gets on Tom the Tech here. Now as we head into the Hyundai curve, is he going to take a look up the inside there? Lots of respect given between the 2 drivers there. Tom the Tech given ample racing room there. And Dirty Air is going to take advantage of that and get the job done. So coming out of the Hyundai curve, he's going to move up into 7th position here. And are we going to see Tom make an attempt here coming into turn 1? It doesn't seem like it. Looks like Tom is just going to settle in behind Dirty Air there for the time being and do his thing. We got IT43 here in 9th position, and the crew is attending to that Lamborghini after that hard hit into the wall coming through the first set of corners. I can't remember what they're called, Valve Lane corner and something else. So it is Lucas 36 here coming through, and he's looking pretty good. He's just heading towards Goodyear curve. 3.9 second gap over Black Widow. Black Widow's slowly but surely just giving little bits of time up to Bo Snipe here. He's been nibbling away at the time of that Genesis driver up in front here, and now in that slipstream range. So potential battle here between second and third place before this race is over here. We have ATK's Accursed in fourth place. He's got about 4 seconds to the podium here right now, but 2 seconds to his teammate ATK Leo here in behind in the Ferrari. He's been having a pretty darn good race in that Ferrari here in his debut in Roving Island here this season. We got Misdevious closing in behind him. There's got it down to about a half-second gap as we come around the corner here, and she's looking real solid here so far tonight as well. Dirty Air has lost a little bit here of Tom the Tech, so he's got about a second gap opened up now, and that's just enough to break that slipstream so he doesn't have the free ride back up to the rear bumper of that McLaren here. Tom the Tech got that down to 3/4 of a second though as they come through the corner there, and making up some time through that mid sector of the racetrack. So now as we head into the Vito chicane here, didn't quite get that line right. Seen a little bit of a slide there, but we do see a yellow flag up ahead there, and oh boy, that could be bad news for one of the drivers here. And who is it? It looks like it's Black Widow. Black Widow is just coming out of Hyundai Curve here and was in second place, now down into 7th position here. No damage on that car, but definitely made a mistake there, and it cost well, 5 positions, possibly 6 here on the racetrack, as she's going defensive here on Tom the Tech as we come into Mercedes Arena. But Tom the Tech's going to get a cutback coming out of turn 1, heading into turn 2 there, and he's going to get the position made there on Black Widow, putting her down into 8th position. We got IT43 here in 9th place, and Jakey getting that crew to work on that car before race number 2 here, it looks like. So it is Lucas 36 here in the lead of the race. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remain on the clock here. We got Bo Snipe in 2nd position. We've got ATK's Accursed here in 3rd place now with the mistake made by Widow there. We've got Miss Devious here in 4th position. We've got ATK's Leo in 5th place. We got Dirty Air here in 6th position. We got Tom the Tech here in 7th. Black Widow is in 8th place and trying to close back up on Tom the Tech here. Got that gap down to about a half a second right now, but only going to have about a lap to go next time around, so running out of time to try and make any time up there. We got IT43 here. He's just chilling right now in 9th place and doing his thing. No, says Josh. It happens, my guy. See, it doesn't just happen to you, man. Lucas 36 here in 1st place, and I mean 6-second gap here now, so he's been 3/4 of a second, 0.8 of a second faster than Bo Snipe, essentially in behind. Bo Snipe had a little bit of a tough first couple laps there until he could get that car into some nice clean racing air, and then he really started to settle into his pace here, but doing a pretty good job in 2nd place here. He's opened it up to 4 seconds now on ATK's Curse here. He's in 3rd place, and 2.6 seconds is the gap there to Miss Devious in behind as they come and start their final lap here of race number 1. So Miss Devious coming to start her final lap, ATK's Leo and the rest of the group here, followed by Dirty Air in 6th. Black Widow in 7th, made her way around Tom the Tech there. Tom the Tech here in 8th position, and IT43 here in 9th place. Rounding out the driver still on track, running some laps here. Lucas 36 here. Let's go, Dirty. Hey, nice to see another Ferrari on the grid. Facts. Alright, so it is Lucas 36 here, and he is looking like he's going to solidify a race 1 win here, but we still have about a half a racetrack remaining before we can officially say that he's going to solidify a 1st place finish here in the race. We got Bo Snipe chasing in 2nd position. We've got ATK's Accursed here in 3rd place. Misdevious is in 4th position, and Leo is charging the ATK driver here. Having a good first race for himself here. We got Dirty Air in 6th position, Black Widow up into 7th and trying to chase, but running out of track and time here. We got Tom the Tech in 8th place. We've got IT43 there in 9th, and Jakey's got that car back out on track there in 10th position. So here we go. Lucas 36 got just a few corners remaining as it comes up through the Schumacher S there. And sorry, not the Schumacher S, the RTL corner. And as we head through the Bilstein curve, he's now heading up into, well, the little kink. Got a nice little kink right here. And then we've got the Vito chicane, and that'll be followed up by the Hyundai curve here for race number 1. So really great job here by all the drivers on the racetrack so far. A little tricky around here, to be honest. Yes, it is, Aaron. I fully agree with you, 100%. Alright, so it's Lucas 36 coming through the Hyundai curve here, and it's going to be a race 1 victory here for Lucas 36, so congratulations to him. It's going to be some good points in his charge to a championship here in the Pro Division. We got Bo Snipe coming through here. It's going to be a second place run for him, and he had great basic qualifying, so not shocked to see him there. We got ATK's Accursed here in third position. It's going to be Misdevious here, very close behind in fourth place, with Leo Nippon in fifth place. It's going to be Dirty Air to come across in sixth, just holding out the charge of Black Widow, who had Tom the Tech right there nipped in and behind. We got IT43 there in ninth place, and Jakey's going to be the last to take the checker flag here in 10th position for race number one. Google get him, Access Shannon. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Paradise coming in with the thumbs up on the stream as well, so we do appreciate that. So it is a race victory there for Lucas36, and very solid, consistent performance from Lucas36 here in race number one, and that brings him in to a race win. But that means he's going to have to do it from the back of the pack here in race number two, and just to add a little more difficulty to Lucas's second race, he's going to also have to serve a drive-through penalty within the first 3 laps of the race for a larger incident involved in round 7 at Red Bull Ring. So he is going to have his work cut out for him in race number 2, but with the pace he has, can't say he doesn't have a shot. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so give the driver some time to save replays. You gotta save the replays. It is important in case we do ask for a POV for more information on a potential incident on the racetrack, that you know, if we feel like we see lag could be a factor or anything like that, then we want to see the POVs of the drivers so we can assess it from all angles, so we can see exactly what it looked like from every driver's point of view to make a try and make a proper call. Not easy right now with the way the game is. It's in rough conditions, so the lobbies were very miscombobulated last week, which is why we postponed the races last week, and then they're working, but they don't seem 100% yet either. So the drivers are doing a great job at just making do with the situation that we're being handed here right now, and just giving it 100% out on the racetrack. And really, that's all we can ask for as league officials, and do our best to just try and keep it as even and square as we can. Team ATK with 2 top 5s. That was a very good run from ATK, absolutely. So we're just giving the drivers a chance to do any replay saving, just in case. And then we'll reset the lobby up here to race number 2 in about a minute's time. Alright. Facebook went very heavy in that second race, made it very tough. GG's all. Oh, FFB went very heavy. Oh, that's what was going on. Alright, gotcha. There was a good bit of lagging from a few cars. Don't know if I was lagging. I think that's kind of the consensus from every point of view. I think it was the same thing in the AM race as well, Ian. I don't know. The lobbies are not 100%, that's for sure. I agree, Aaron. And there is a maintenance on Thursday. Hopefully they get a little more stability back into our lobbies, our multiplayer setup here. Alright, just gonna flip the screens here while we get the grid and everything reset, chat. Set by host 7565. Alright, check in first, please. Thank you. We should tell Peyton and Risky to tell Cavs about it. Oh, I'm sure they're gonna hear all about it in Cali this week by the drivers. I'm sure they will. I'm sure there's lots of feedback that goes on in those sessions between the competitors and, of course, our developers and everybody behind the great platform here at Gran Turismo. So I'm sure something like that will get said. If it doesn't, I'll be awfully surprised. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had to take care of something there. If you guys hear stuff in the background, that is not stuff that I would normally say on my stream. I apologize. Unfortunately, it's a little beyond my control apparently today, but I just do apologize if you guys are catching things that you shouldn't be hearing. No, I had the audio turned off for a reason there. Alright, we're just going to go check. I think all the drivers are ready to go. We're going to get this race underway. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies. Just checking to make sure the grid's right before I hit the button here. Alright, we're going to flip you over. I know, don't forget the screen, right? Wait, I got you. Oh, no, you didn't go def, Kilt. You didn't go def, my dude. Alright, so it's going to be Jake to start us off here in pole position here in race number 2. And this is a 30-minute race. Racing medium and soft tires are required here in this race. It is 6 times fuel, 5 times tire. And it is go time. Green, 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 green. Everybody gets off the grid nice and clean there. So here we go. Back off to racing for race number 2 here at Roving Island World Tour 2 in North America. And we're going to put a driver's poll up here in a little bit of time. We didn't do one last night because we missed the Pro and the Pro-Am lobby last week, so we're going to miss the Am lobby this week, and we're going to do our Pro and Pro-Am lobby, and then that keeps it all even Steven throughout the season, so to speak. And that's on me. That's my fault. I've been a little distracted and busy with real life and of course the stream here lately, so it happens. I apologize. But we got Lucas 36 here in 7th place, we got Dirty Air in 8th, we got Bo in 9th, we got Misdevious here in 10th position. I'm not sure, a little bit of checkup, everybody just taking it easy here to begin the race, but it is Tom the Tech here with the race lead. Kilt coming in with the light, Paradise coming in with the light 2 as well. Just gotta work my own way and chill and relax after a night of training. Facts, Kilt. So we love to hear some relaxed time. Alright, so it's Tom the Tech and Jakey here. So Tom the Tech got the lead from Jakey here on lap 1, and now Jakey is trying to get it back from him here as we head up in through the Goodyear curve and up in towards the RTL corner. So Tom the Tech leading the charge here. He's got Jakey in tow in 2nd place. IT43 here in 3rd place. Hopefully his force feedback is working a lot better here in race number 2. We've got ATK Leo here in 4th place. We've got Black Widow in 5th. We got Curse in 6th. We got Lucas in 7th. We got Dirty Air in 8th place. We got Bo Snipe in 9th. And we got Misdevious here in 10th position. So again, Lucas 36 will need to serve a drive-through penalty here in this race as well. So he is going to have his work cut out for him here in this race tonight. Sometimes when I enter comments, the audio messes up. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Alright, so Lucas is coming in right now to deal with that. As we could see here, we just seen him dip into the pit lane here, so he definitely wants to get that entry and exit proper. Doesn't want to pick up any time penalty there as well, so add insult to injury already. Apex Jakey here now has got the race lead back from Tom the Tech, and it is battle on between our Lamborghini and NSX driver here right now. IT43 is doing a great job here in 3rd place. We got Leo challenging there in 4th place with the Ferrari, and he did give a little bit of a charge there, but Ian came in nice and late on the brakes there and maintained his position coming into turn 1. And it's Black Widow and ATK Cursed here for 5th and 6th position. So ATK Cursed trying to make his way around here, and a little bit of contact there between the two drivers. It could be lag related as well. We have had complaints of lag in the lobby here tonight. It does get the position back, and the drivers continue on their way. 30-minute race here, lots of racing. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds in, so as the drivers start to warm up and get their tires into optimal temperatures here, the cars will slide around less, and of course will just feel better underneath of them for the drivers. So with Lucas 36 here, he's done, he's served his penalty, and he is on his way back around the racetrack here. Cheer for one, cheer for all. Let's go, racers. Hey. Hopefully no one's wheel comes off the rig. Let's go, pros, says TDC. Hope you're doing great, TDC. We got Jakey here in the lead, though, as we come around here. So he's opened up a gap on Tom here. He's got it open to his second now. Tom here is about 0.6 of a second ahead of IT43 here. We've got ATK 037 here in 4th place. We got Black Widow here in 5th place. We've got ATK Accursed here in 6th. We got Bo Snipe here in 7th. We got Dirty Air in 8th. We've got Misdevious here in 9th. And we've got Lucas 36 here in 10th position. So it is Jakey here with the race lead, and looking solid here so far. Ooh, big cut there out of the Vito chicane there. You can see how much unsettling that is for these race cars. Almost launching that Lamborghini out of the exit corridor there. You got to be very careful there. There's big curbs here at the Nürburgring GP, and these low racing cars, these Group 3 cars with all these aerodynamic force packages, the front splitters, the rear aero package, the fins, everything that these cars have equipped to them makes them very low to the ground, and that makes it very difficult for getting over high curbs. And Nürburgring GP is no exception to having some big curbs, and well, we're seeing that especially in the Vito chicane at the end of the lap here. So we got IT43 holding strong here in 3rd place. He's tucked in behind Tom the Tech here. He really hasn't let Tom the Tech get too far away, And as we head into the second part of the Mercedes arena there, you can see Ian closes up just a little bit more. Can he get it down on power here? A little bit of a wiggle under power there as he exits the corner. We got Leo here in 4th position. We got Black Widow there in 5th place here. We got ATK's Accursed here in 6th. We got Bow Snipe here in 7th. We got Dirty Air and Misdevious here. Very, very close together. A couple of little tire rubs there as they sort themselves out heading up into the next sections here. And giving them a little help coming through the corner there. A little bump in the rear end saying, all right, let's go. And we're now side by side here as we head into the Goodyear curve, and we got a yellow flag up ahead of these drivers here, so they will need to be cautious here. You don't want to make that pass. The yellow flag is cleared. Very dangerous situation when you're in a two-way battle, and these two are absolutely tire to tire, door handle to door handle here as we head up through the Schumacher S's. And Dirty Air for the time being has the position on Misdevious there at 8th place. He holds her off for now, but that was a great battle there for a large portion of that lap there. Some definite hard racing between the two drivers there. We got Tom the Tech here. He's in the lead now, and it may have been Jakey we see with the yellow flag as he's now down in 6th place. So it is Tom the Tech here now in the lead. RIWT2 is going to move up into 2nd position, and Leo is going to move up into 3rd place. That leaves Black Widow here in 4th place. JC, we got Accursed here in 5th position, and we got Jakey. With some damage on the racing car there too as well. So he is going to come into pit lane, and he is going to get rid of that. Outsy, gone. See you later. All right, Miss Devious comes through here. Going to grab his position there. That's going to put her up into 6th place. We got Dirty Air in 7th with Bow Snipe very close behind here in 8th position. We got Lucas 36 starting to come back into the picture here in behind these drivers in 10th place there. And he should come out right beside Jake there. Jake's just being released from pit lane there, it looks like, as well. So Bow Snipe gets the move done on Dirty Air there, and he's going to move up into 7th position for the time being. We have Dirty Air here in 8th place. We got Lucas 36 there in 9th, and we've got Jakey coming out of pit lane right now. So there we go. I thought they released him, but they must not have. So it is Tom the Tech here in 1st position, and 2.2 seconds right now is that gap over IT43. IT43 has ATK 037, or aka Leo, all over him here now. So he has gotten around ATK Leo as it says, but Leo's going to take a nice tight line through the Goodyear curve here, and he's going to get that Ferrari back around the GTR, and is going to move himself up into 2nd position here. So some great battles happening here right now for 2nd, 3rd, and soon to be 4th position, with what looks like to be Black Widow starting to move in to try and get in on the action up in front of her there as well. We have ATK's Accursed here in 5th place, and he's got 4.3 seconds on those drivers up ahead. Misdevious here in 6th position. She's starting to lose Dirty Air a little bit there. 1.4 second now is the gap onto the VPR driver. We got Bow Snipe chasing here in 8th position, and some damage on this racing car here, so maybe a spin or something. I'm not really sure what's happening there, but we got Lucas 36 here. He's going to take it up the inside there as Bow Snipe gets a little bit wide into the corner entry, probably due to the little bit of damage he has on that racing car, but going to take advantage to move up into 8th place with Bow Snipe here in 9th position. And it's going to be some tough sledding here unless he decides to move up into pit lane and fix that damage here right away. We'll have to wait and see what he chooses to do as he comes around the racetrack. Jakey here did much of the same thing, makes a little pit stop action there, and he is on his way. So we got 3 wide coming into turn 1 and behind here. We've got IT43 on the inside track. We got Leo in the center. We have Black Widow just peeling out of that as we're coming in, and she's just going to settle in behind here as well, and she's got a front row seat to the battle for 2nd and 3rd place here right now as she's settling in, just trying to find the best position she can here, find the best way around the track. Which driver am I going to follow through? Which one's going to get me a position here? A little bit of contact there between her and IT43. She's going to use that run out lane there just to make sure that there's plenty of racing room, and it's going to be battle back on here between her and IT43. Again, a little bit of tires rubbing here in the drivers. Potentially lag being the issue maybe, but it seems like just having a little bit of a depth perception awareness thing here on this track today. Everybody's racing hard, that's for sure. We got ATK's Accursed here at 5th place. Got Misdevious here in 6th position with Dirty Air here in 7th place. We've got Lucas 36 here in 8th position, and he has 6.8 seconds to the 7th place driver up ahead of him here, and he's still got just under 21 minutes remaining on the clock here to try and make something happen after a drive-through penalty there. We got Jakey here in 9th place after his pit stop. We got Bo Snipe, who has also done the same thing there. He's made his pit stop, made a pit stop here to fix up that car, and he's going to continue on here. So tough sledding on Nürburgring GP. The track looks easy. It is not that easy. It's actually quite a technical racetrack, so difficult, slippery, lots of room to drive on, but it just seems like when you get side by side with somebody, that the track just seems to like squeeze in on you. I don't know. It's a very difficult racetrack here at the Nürburgring GP, that's for sure. And it's Tom the Tech here. He's doing a great job. 3.2 seconds out in the lead right now. He's in clean racing area. He's got no immediate pressure, so he's just really got to keep focusing on putting in good, clean, as fast as he can laps up in front, and continue to try and open a gap little bit by little bit here over our second and third place drivers, Black Widow and ATK's Leo here as they come into turn 1. There you can see a little slight lock up in the front tires of Leo there in that Ferrari as he was coming into the corner, and Black Widow is just going to settle in behind there in third place. DRT43 here is in fourth place and has had great pace here all race long here as well, so don't count that driver out yet either. We've got ATK Cursed here in fifth position and Miss Devious in sixth place, just 2.5 seconds in behind there with that Porsche 911 RSR here as we come around the corner. We've got Dirty Air here. He's going to come through, and it's 3 seconds to Miss Devious up in front of her right now. He's got 4.2 seconds on Lucas 36 and behind, who's definitely trying to grab as many positions as he can. With Risky Replicant not being on the grid here tonight, every position really does matter to open up that points gap on the second place driver in the championship point standings. Got Bo here in 10th position as well. Alright, so it's Tom the Tech, our race leader here. Let's jump on board with Tom the Tech. We haven't done an on board here yet today with one of our drivers, so let it be. Flying Fox Racing driver Tom the Tech here as he's leading this race. He's led it for the most of the race. He was battling for this position with Apex Jakey at the start of the race. He was starting on the front of the grid here, and has managed to get that position from Jakey, and right now has a 3-second gap and a little bit of change over ATK's Leo and Black Widow in second and third position. So Tom the Tech looking real solid here so far early on in race number 2, and still a fair amount of fuel in this car, so I don't know when these drivers are anticipating on or intending on stopping, but we'll just have to wait and see as that all breaks down. So we got IT43 actually coming into pit lane here right now. We can see coming out of 5th place and scheduled pit stop. Not really sure. We'll have to wait and see how all that lays out for him here once they release him from pit lane. He could just be fixing damage, could just be changing tires, could be making a full service stop. We're not really sure, but we will take a look here once he is back out on track. So Tom the Tech here, he's doing a great job, but ATK's Leo's really starting to close the gap up a little bit here. Just little miscues and little mistakes, and Leo seems to be just closing up here. He's got it down to 2.2 seconds, so he's 0.8 of a second gained here so far on this flying lap here on lap 7 from our second place driver here, and doing a great job is Tom the Tech, and we got Black Widow still tucked right in behind there in third place as well. So it's going to be an interesting final stint here, I think, on the racetrack, taking a very wide entry into Goodyear Curve, and that's going to relate to a good exit there, as you can see on the racetrack as well. That takes us into the Schumacher S's next, and this is a full send corner for most of the cars, so you have to get the line right, however, on the medium tires to be able to get it to hold properly. That takes us into the RTL corner here, and then of course that sets you up for Bilstein Curve. You want to move it over to the left, let off your gas just a little bit, rotate the car in and right back on the throttle, and just maintain that throttle till you're out on the exit curbing, and then just, here we go, full send time up into the Vito chicane here. So a good looking lap there from Flying Fox Racing Tom the Tech there. He was giving some time away to the Ferrari driver there in the beginning of the lap, but it seems like he's a little bit stronger than the Ferrari driver in the last half of the lap there, and he's gained not all that time back, but a good chunk of it here anyways. He's got, it was 3.1 seconds, now it's down to 2.9, so pretty good laps there. We got Black Widow coming into pit lane. Leo has opted to stay out on the racetrack here and continue on, go at least another lap here before he decides to pit. ATK Curse, much of the same thing. He's going to go around again as well. Misdevious here is going to opt to go around as well. Dirty Air is coming through here. He's going to opt to go around as well. Lucas 36 now up in the 6th place here is going to also opt to continue on around the racetrack here. So it seems like the majority of the field on a similar style strategy. We got some undercuts happening here, some extreme undercuts, and I'm sure we'll see potential overcut or two here before the end of this pit stop sequence as well. And we got Bo Snipe actually coming in right now, looking for an undercut himself here in 10th place to make his pit stop here for his tire compound change as well. So IT43 here is going to move up into 9th place solely for the time being. 8th place actually, as those two drivers are in pit lane, and just have some clean racing air here until he decides to make his pit stop as well. I believe he made it already, though. He may have already made it. I can't remember. We know Jake did. Alright, so it's Tom the Tech here still in the lead of this race, and again with that wide entry into the Goodyear curve there, you can see Leo's taking a much different approach. He's double apexing the corner instead of taking a wide entry, shallow line, exit style curve. So there are different ways you can take the corners here around racetracks, obviously, especially Nürburgring GP. There's several different lines around some of these corners, and which line works best for you really is based probably off the car you're driving most likely. ATK Cursed here in 3rd position. He's got 2.5 seconds on Leo up in front here right now. The Attack Motorsports boys looking very feisty here tonight, round 8. We've got Misdevious here in 4th position here on the racetrack, also going to owe a pit stop at some point here. We got Dirty Air here in 5th place, and Lucas 36 here in 6th place. So our top 6 drivers have yet to make a stop. We have Jake here in 7th position. We got Widow here in 8th place. We got IT43 in 9th position, and Bo Snipe there in 10th place, just coming out from his pit stop. So race leader now coming into pit lane. So Tom the Tech is going to jump into pit lane here. And does ATK Leo follow him through? Nope, he's going to continue on down the track here. So Tom the Tech's going to come into pit lane. A Curse comes into pit lane. Misdevious comes into pit lane. Dirty Air comes into pit lane. And Lucas 36 comes into pit lane. Jakey's going around here again as well. We have that's going to jump him up all the way back up into 2nd place here. And it's going to be Black Widow, IT43, and Bo Snipe here in 8th, 9th, and 10th place now as they just head through the Vito chicane. And I think it's about a 45-second or 47-second pit stop here for tires and fuel, give or take a couple seconds, I'm sure, on the racetrack. So Black Widow and IT43 looking to grab some positions from drivers up in pit lane here as well. Tom the Tech is out of pit lane there. He's going to come out in 3rd position, and he's actually coming out right beside the drivers here. Coming around the corner. So Black Widow has to check up, obviously cold racing tires, and he's on that inside line, so she had to check up behind him. She wanted to take the inside line. That's what she opted to do, and it's still side by side there with IT43. It looks like we see contact there, but again, it could be a little bit of lag in the lobby, so we'll have to check over that obviously at the end of the night here. But Black Widow here in 4th position for the time being. IT43 is just closed right back up on that battle. We got ATK's Cursed here. He's 2.9 seconds in behind those drivers. We got Dirty Air here in 8th place. We got Lucas 36 here in 9th position. We got Bo Snipe here in 10th place. So it is ATK Leo here in the lead. He is absolutely charging hard and fast here, and 15 seconds is the gap over Apex and Jakey here right now. Jakey has 22 seconds over Tom the Tech and Black Widow, who are currently battling for 3rd and 4th place here on the racetrack right now. So side by side are these two drivers. Tom the Tech has the optimum line coming through the first part of the Schumacher S, and IT43 is tucked right in behind Black Widow here. He is just a whisker hair away from that rear bumper here right now, and nose to tail racing here between Black Widow, Tom the Tech, and IT43 as we head around head towards the Goodyear curve here for the 9th time in race number 2. So some spicy tamales happening here on the racetrack now. We have some good, healthy battling happening. And here we go as we head up into the Vital chicane, and ATK Cursed is trying to get involved on this racing party here now, as well as he's closing up on IT43 here in 6th place and behind. So very quickly becoming a large group of drivers potentially battling for that podium position here by the end of the race, because Leo still needs to make his pit stop here in the race tonight, which will give Tom the Tech the race lead back here. But he is under fire here from Black Widow. That potentially is helping ATK Leo maybe come out of pit lane ahead of these drivers here when he makes his pit stop. The more they battle, the more time that's costing these drivers on the racetrack, and that could relate to a pretty serious overcut for Leo here in the race. We got IT43 here in 4th place. He's still just tucked right in behind. ATK Curse is just trying to get right on the back bumper of IT43 here now and get involved with this fight here as well. Misdevious is 3 seconds in behind those drivers. He's in 6th place. We got Dirty Air in 7th, and this is getting very close. The drivers are starting to close back up. We got Lucas 36 here in 8th place. Jakey here in 9th. We got Bo in 10th position here, and everybody is now underway here. So all drivers but ATK's Leo here, I think, are good to be going to the end of the race here. So we'll be waiting for that pit stop here from this driver, which I'm assuming is going to happen here this time around, and that is the case. We see him jump into pit lane here. Very tricky pit entry here at Nürburgring GP. You can see it's just a hairpin corner. It's not very wide. It's about 1 1/4, maybe 1.5 car lengths wide there, so you really got to keep it moving and grooving. You keep it right and tight when you're making your entry and exit of the pit lane here at the GP. So it's Black Widow now up ahead of Tom the Tech, but this battle is far from over here. You see Tom the Tech battling back. IT43 picking a side, choosing a side, deciding which driver he's going to follow going into the next corner here. And right now, with all the battling from these two drivers in front, IT43 is in a good position sitting here in 4th place. You can just sit back, chill, wait, stay right on the back bumper of these two drivers, and if any one of these two drivers were to make a mistake in front of him, it is an easy position there for IT43. If it gets to near the end of the race, then you know you got to start putting a little bit of pressure on. So we got ATK's Accursed here in 5th place. Misdevious is closing in 6th place. We got Dirty Air and Lucas 36 closing in on each other there in 7th and 8th place, and behind these two drivers here as well. So as we head into turn 1, oh, a little bit of contact there between the two drivers. And they continue on the road there. So Misdevious up into 5th place here. We got ATK Cursed in 6th position. We got Dirty Air here in 7th. We got Lucas 36 here in 8th place. We got Jakey here in 9th position. We got Bo Snipe here in 10th place. So missing a couple drivers here tonight, and a couple retired for the season here late in the season. Straighter Tom retiring. Risky is away, and I'm not sure where our other two drivers are, but just unable to make it out of the paddock here tonight. So 10 of our 14 drivers here on track tonight, and Black Widow with a half-second track limit penalty there, and ATK Leo does actually indeed come out in 1st position here after the pit stop, and that big overcut strategy played by the Ferrari driver here has him 1.3 seconds in the race lead from Black Widow, who's going to be serving a half-second track limit penalty here this time around the racetrack, and that's going to cost 2 positions potentially to Black Widow there, as that is going to relate to about a 2nd overall time loss here on the track when she hits that penalty serving zone. So a little bit of a contact there between IT43 and Tom the Tech there, and of course different cars, different braking points, different it's a little, everything's different. We've seen a lot of what's the word I'm looking for here, non-incidental contact here so far this week on the racetrack. And Tom the Tech is going to get the job done on Black Widow, but Black Widow's going to send it into the Vital chicane, and she just can't hold the corner, and Tom the Tech's like, thank you very much, I'll just take that back, and IT43 is going to grab 3rd place and say thank you very much as well. That's going to allow Misdevious here to close on the back end of Black Widow here a little bit in a 5th position. Dirty Air here in 6th place with Lucas 36 really closing in on him here. Now he's got the gap right closed up, and should probably suspect to see Slingshot engaged here before our braking zone comes into effect here. Yes, so he does move up into the inside of Dirty Air here, and it is going to be a positional battle here between Lucas and Dirty Air for 6th and 7th position, and we're side by side as we come out of the corner here. Dirty Air has that inside line going into Mercedes Arena here, and we're still side by side here as we head into the 2nd part of the AMG Arena here, and boy oh boy, we have seen some hard fought battles between these pros tonight, haven't we, in the 2nd race. Dirty Air is going to hold the position from Lucas 36 here for the time being, but it gets an extremely wide exit right there, and Lucas 36 just settles in behind and goes, okay, we'll just re-attack and get the job done here, hopefully next time around. Jakey here in 8th place. We got a Cursed in 9th position, and Bo Snipe here rounding out the field in 10th place. So it is ATK's Leo here in 1st position. He's got that now to 2.3 seconds. So fresher tires, a little less fuel in that racing Ferrari here for this driver, and a good strategy here has gotten him up into a 2.2 second lead of this race. So in his debut week here, potentially looking to try and take a race win home here before the end of the night. We got DDR IT43 here in 3rd place, and he's looking real strong so far. He's got Black Widow chasing here in 4th position, and Miss Devious right there in 5th place as well. We got Lucas 36 here now in 6th place, and the next target is Miss Devious up there ahead in 5th place, and that gap is 2.3 seconds. Dirty Air still right there in behind Lucas 36, not trying to let him go anywhere. He wants that position back. Jakey now closing in on the fight here as well. Gap is down to a second there, and Dirty Air got reset, it looks like, there, as he ended up in behind the drivers here, so he may have blown the chicane there and made a mistake, and it game reset him there. So Jakey moves up into 7th place. Curse is going to jump up into 8th place there. Dirty Air is going to be sent down into 9th position, and Bo Snipe here in 10th place as well. So it is ATK Leo here in 1st position, 2.2 seconds, not opening the gap up, but not losing the gap on Tom the Tech here in 2nd place currently. And the gap between him and the 3rd place driver Black Widow right now is only half a second. IT43 still in this fight right there as well, just on the edge of slipstream there, and losing just a little bit of time there on the Genesis up in front. Miss Devious here in 5th place, 1.8 seconds to the GTR up in front, and about with the same distance between herself and Lucas 36 here in 5th position. We got Jakey here in 7th place, and he's been closing up on Lucas 36 and Miss Devious here over the last few laps on the racetrack. We got a Cursed in 8th position. We've got Dirty Air here in 9th, and we've got Bo here in 10th position. So Leo is 2.1 seconds up the road. He's just heading up into the RTL corner here and getting ready for the Bilstein curve. So he has those drivers just right in behind. It's not a comfortable lead, but it's a cushion nonetheless. Tom the Tech here is working real hard closing the gap up, and he's got 4 minutes left to do it here. So we're going to see about 3 laps remaining in this race, and that's going to be close to 3 laps too for sure. So here we go, Black Widow and Tom the Tech heading back into the Vito chicane here again on lap 13, and Tom the Tech again going to hold the charge off from Black Widow here in 3rd position. And Black Widow took a look up the inside there, but there was no lane there, and just has to settle in behind Tom the Tech here for the time being. So some good defensive driving coming from our NSX driver. And just as I say that, we got Black Widow slingshot engaged up into turn 1 here, and looking to get this pass done here to get lap 14 underway. But that means Mercedes Arena, and we're going to be side by side, and that NSX is just going to be the more nimble car here, and a little bit of contact made there between the two drivers, and IT43 is going to again try to pick which car to follow through there, and he just can't seem to find a hole to get that GTR around these two drivers. And oh wow, we have got some absolutely elbows out racing happening here on the racetrack, and now we're going to see a 3-wide situation here as Miss Devious is trying to take advantage of all the action happening in front. And as we head into the Goodyear curve here, we're got a 3-way battle for 3rd place here, and starting to turn into a 5-way battle. As you can see, Lucas 36 managing to find his way around IT43 here as this battle is ensuing here in front of these drivers. And ooh, a wide entry there, and that's going to make it a 2-way battle heading into the Schumacher S's here. Nope, Miss Devious is going to get the job done. She's going to move up into 2nd place. Tom the Tech is going to drop down into 3rd position here. We got Black Widow now in 4th place, Lucas 36 here in 5th place, and IT43 right on the back end of this. So we got a 4-way battle here, 5-way battle here right now for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position here on the racetrack. ATK Cursed here in 7th place with Dirty Air very close behind him here in 8th position as well. Bo Snipe here up into 9th place, and I think we lost Jakey. We did lose Jakey. Oh no. Alright, so it is ATK Leo here in first position. It is, oof, we got cars off track here. So something going on there, coming out of or into the Beetle chicane here. So let's see what was happening here. We got 3 drivers up in behind here. And oh boy, we just got a collection of drivers going on there. And I think there was an incident between potentially Mischievous and Black Widow there, as we have Black Widow's car rolling off towards the wall there in the background as well. So potential contact there between the 2 drivers, and everybody else just getting bottled up in behind through the Beetle chicane there. So ATK Leo has a significant lead here now. It's 9 seconds. He just has to bring this car home at this point. Crazy battling here from all these drivers in behind him has really given him a clear run here to the finish line, and there's less than a minute remaining in the race as well. So IT43 here in 3rd position. We got Lucas 36 here in 4th place. We've got ATK's Accursed here in 5th. We got Dirty Air here in 6th. We got Mischievous in 7th position. We got Black Widow here in 8th position. We got Bow Snipe there in 9th, and we got Jakey behind pit wall here with what appears to be a disconnect at the end of this race, but it still is holding fastest lap on the racetrack right now, so there is a bonus point there at least, if nobody else takes that away here before the end of the timer here. So we're going to keep an eye on what's going on here, and it looks like IT43 is going to get up into 2nd place here. This has been a spicy end of the race here as we get near our checkered flag drop here on lap 15. So it is going to be ATK 037, or aka Leo, coming across here, and it's going to be a race to victory for our newest driver here in the Pro Division, ATK 037 on screen, or aka Leo. And looking quite pleased about that. He's going to come bring it home across the start finish line there. A little wiggle for the fans, and a good race victory there for ATK Leo. DDRIT is going to come home, and he's going to bring it home there in 2nd place, and he just kept his car mean and lean. We got Tom the Tech in 3rd. We got Lucas in 4th, Accursed in 5th, Dirty Air in 6th. And it's going to be Mischievous coming across here in 7th place there, and it's going to be Black Widow in behind there in 8th position. And that's going to leave us a Bow Snipe charging here for a 9th place finish here, as well as he's just coming around the Hyundai curve there right now and crossing the start finish line here. So interesting, very interesting 2nd race here by these drivers. Definitely elbows out racing here in race number 2. So it is going to be ATK 037 with the race win. It's going to be DDRIT 43 in 2nd place. Flying Fox Racing Tom the Tech here in 3rd position. Lucas 36 comes through with a 4th place finish. There's a good recovery there from him. ATK's Accursed in 5th place. Dirty Air from VPR in 6th position. 10/10 Mischievous here in 7th place. We got Black Widow in 8th position. It's going to be Apex Sim Racing's Bow Snipe in 9th, and Jakey with a mechanical failure in the race and had to put the car in behind pit walls. Good to be a 10th place finish, but does scoop the fastest lap point here as well. So congratulations to all the drivers on track. That was definitely some tough racing out there tonight, and should be interesting to see how Race Control takes a look at some of the things that were happening there in late in the race. But definitely a lot of action on the racetrack here from our Pro Division here this week, that's for sure. Alright, so we're going to go into Discord. We're going to get up into our interview room. And we're going to try and give you guys this highlight video one more time here while we wait for the drivers to make their way to our commentary booth here. So if you're talking on YouTube and I was ignoring you, I apologize, my chat wasn't showing up. Overcut worked great, results with the battling behind them. Absolutely, absolutely. Couldn't agree more, ATB. Alright, so we are going to take a look through a couple different POVs of this race here too. I'm just looking at some of the chatter there. Of course, some of the drivers talking about a little bit of lag. So we're going to send you over to the podium interview screen. Hopefully our highlight reel works this time for you guys to check out round 7 at Red Bull Ring. All those great moments from our pro class at Red Bull Ring, that hour-long endurance a couple weeks ago. Well done, Tom. Flying Fox Racing on the podium. Hey, how you doing, Red Bull? GG's. Hey, Rip Jakey. What's up, baby? All right. Let's see if these highlights work. Hopefully they work this time. Enjoy. Enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a very lengthy highlight video there. I forgot it was that long, but welcome back. I see lots of chit chat going on. So we do have two of our podium interviewees here with us, so we're just gonna talk to. We have both our race winners with us here actually tonight. So we'll start with race one winner, Lucas36 here. Just let me get some audios turned on for you amazing folks at home so you can hear our interviewee. All right, perfect. So we're going to talk with Lucas36. Lucas36 is our championship points leader coming into round 8 tonight, and he had a 3-point margin over Risky Replicate. Now, unfortunately for Risky, he was unable to make the track here tonight due to other obligations, but that is going to allow Lucas to grab a pretty important points gain with only 2 races remaining in the season. So a great qualifying run for you in qualifying before sprint race number 1, and then you got into sprint race number 1 and had a quick little tussle for first place there, and then got a hold of it and just kind of controlled the race. You didn't really over push it, but you sent it at a controlled pace that was just a little bit quicker than the rest of the field, and brought home a nice decisive race win for yourself in sprint race number 1. So congratulations for that, and talk us through your racing evening here.
Thanks, Tim. As always, got to thank you first and foremost for hosting this, letting us play this wonderful game that is racing each other. No, going into qualifying, I completely forgot Jake even had a qualifying ban. So I was worried that he was going to snag pole, but then, of course, realized he has qualifying ban. So it became between me and Bo down in the low 56s. Qualifying session was actually tough. You had to get that lap in almost immediately. Track conditions kind of dropped off after about the third lap, so trying to set a lap after that was pretty tough, and it didn't look like anybody was really improving big, maybe marginally, but not enough to really make any headway on laps they had early. We get to race start 1. Unfortunately, we had the red flag for, I believe, a stuck car on grid. Go to race start 2, nice clean start, got out and away into the clean air, and that was my mission, was just focus on ahead of me and just keep putting the laps in, keep turning laps. Uh, got the win in the first race, super happy on that. We get to race 2, have to, of course, serve my drive-through penalty. A little bit of carnage into turn 1 at the start, picked up a couple positions, and then just bided my time, made the pit stop. And then from that point, it was just like sprint race. I've got nice clean air. Let's just push, turn some laps. You know that how the mediums are going to handle. They're going to last. You can just push through that stint. Uh, there was a lot of battling all over ahead of me. So it brought me right back into the hunt for a possible podium. When we get to those final laps and I see it, I see second to fourth place, fifth place, they were all nose to tail. So I was licking my chops. Jake was behind me, pushing me a little bit. He unfortunately spun there with about 3 or 4 laps to go. Then we get down to the final chicane and it went crazy. Miss D's off in the grass, comes flying back on. I accidentally, unfortunately, T-bone her a bit. Uh, Tom and DDR, they're right there. It was a big kerfuffle, but it was a good fun race. I'm happy to have made progress back up into the top 5 for the race 2. I wasn't sure I was going to even really be able to manage 9th place. I really felt like I was going to be last, but thankfully everyone was battling and it brought me back. Super fun race. Congrats to Leo on masterclass of strategy, overcutting us all, saving more fuel than the rest of us, and he made it work. It was a great race by Leo.
Absolutely, and definitely we'll definitely go talk to him. Our sprint race number 2 winner, ATK Leo. There, great racing from him in his first week of the season as well, ladies and gentlemen. So that's been a trend here at Roving Island World Tour 2. We've noticed as new drivers come in, they seem to do very well in their first appearance. So, but not to take away from our championship points later here. I mean, I know you're a competitor, and I know that you would have much rather have seen Risky be on track here tonight and really
Most definitely.
really fight for those points. But that's not the case. So I guess what's the goal now heading into Monza and our mystery track for round number 10?
Just keep running just doing my thing. Just keep running what I got to do. Don't stress it too much. Just run a fun race, and that's it. Just have fun. Been a really fun season, so I just want to continue it that way.
Absolutely, and season is drawing to an end, but it's going to be Monza next week here for everybody watching at home. So very, very spicy racetrack for our round 9 endurance race style as well. But great racing from you and a great recovery drive there in the second race. Like you said, lots of battling happening that allowed you to really utilize that clean air that you had after serving your penalty and almost finding yourself onto a second podium there in race number 2. But I guess with that being
Almost.
said, any final remarks you want to add to your evening here, and any shoutouts you'd like to throw out there?
Again, just got to thank you first and foremost. Everyone watching, DDR, DMJ, everyone that helps us with this series, all the admin staff of GT45, all the drivers. Of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without them. So, got to thank everyone for being able to be here, show up, and provide some fun entertainment for us all.
Absolutely, and of course, we always appreciate the drivers because. I mean, we wouldn't have entertainment. We didn't have such awesome drivers on the racetrack. And again, just great racing night from me here this evening, and can't wait to see what you're going to bring for us next week at Monza.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for me to prep for back-to-back grid life weekends. Just got back from Kansas. Now it's time to go to Streets of Willow. So I'm going to be putting some practice on the sim here and hopefully learn the track.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to that, and we'll definitely be rooting for you while you're out there, real life, doing your thing as well. And well, hopefully, you're as fast on the track in this weekend as you were on track here at Nurburgring GP, and bring home a nice win there for yourself as well.
Definitely. Thank you. And again, Leo, good job, man. Congrats on first race, first win. Keep it up.
Absolutely, and speaking of our race 2 winner, we'll go speak with our newest entry here into Roving Island World Tour 2. We have ATK037 on screen, but is AKA Leo, as we've been saying all night. So, welcome in, brother. You've always been a huge supporter of the page here in behind the scenes as a viewer watching when the races happen. And I guess the bug finally bit you. You decided to get involved this season, and what a showing you had today. A good, strong first race and a huge race win there in race number 2. Good strategy and a little bit of luck behind you played out for top of the podium here. So, congratulations and talk us through your evening.
Yeah, this cool down room is pretty cool. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, yeah, the race. Yeah, I just ran my race and got lucky. Top guys were penalized for something or another, and I don't know, spun out, whatever. Uh, Carnage behind me. I don't know what happened. All I know is that I was safe.
Absolutely, and I mean, was it your strategy in race number 2 the whole time to really stretch that first stint out really as long as you could? Was that the intentional strategy coming into the race, or was that something that you just kind of decided as the race was unfolding in front of you?
I got a tip from my teammate to stretch out the first stint from a cursed axe. It was a pretty good tip, actually. It worked out well. He told me just stretch it out and you'll be better on the soft tires later on. And that's what I did. While I was doing that, I saved a little bit of fuel so I wouldn't have to fuel up so much. And I guess I was lighter on the tires.
Absolutely, and I mean, you were maintaining a nice solid 2-3 second gap there for really a large portion of the time that you were leading in the race, and then things really started to kind of heat up near the end of the race. Lots of great battling happening up in behind you there, and well, I mean, when you have lots of cars hard battling for those final positions late in the race, I'm not sure what happened, but a little bit of chaos ensued, and everybody got tussled up, and then of course that opened up that nice comfortable gap for you just to bring it home. But I mean, your first week coming into the top division here in the series, these drivers have been racing together and practicing together now for the last 7 weeks. I mean, what's playing through your mind coming onto the racetrack here this evening?
I don't know. I was just nervous. And I can't tell if I was more nervous coming into the race or more nervous coming into this interview.
Yeah, we get that sometimes. We get that sometimes. You're doing a fantastic job. We ask tough questions sometimes, that's for sure. But it is a pleasure. I mean, we've seen Attack Motorsports come into the series over the last couple of seasons and really starting to come out now with the whole team to show their support and no exception, of course, to yourself. So we would like to thank the Attack Motorsports team for being a part of what we do here at GT45 Gaming and D-Dot Racing. It's been absolutely incredible to watch the drivers race their hearts out and show that improvement all season long. And you just come in here like this nobody's business and win a race. But congratulations for that. And is a Ferrari a car that you typically drive a lot, or is that why you picked the car? Is something you're comfortable with?
I don't know why I picked it. I just wanted something, and I don't know. I actually don't know. I thought I was actually going to be taking the Porsche today until my teammate told me I didn't have the right livery. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's something else.
Sometimes some last minute decisions always work out the best, and that definitely seemed to be the case here today. So I mean, obviously starting so late in the season, there's not going to be a charge for the championship here, but very good showing here for you in your first week of racing. And like as I was saying to Lucas, we're heading to Monza here for round 9 next week. So what are your thoughts on Monza?
It's a really fast technical track. The slow bits are the most important bits, and it drives me nuts.
I think that is a general consensus for a lot of racers when it comes to Monza, especially Dunlop 1 and 2. It makes for some interesting adventures sometimes, especially as the tires start to wear down on these racing cars. But, it was great to watch you out there racing. It was clean, it was very efficient, and it was very consistent as well. You looked really good out there. You looked like you had a great handle on that Ferrari underneath of you. And I guess with that being said, any final remarks you'd like to add to your racing evening here this evening, and any shout outs you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home?
Okay, shout out to my team. Shout out to Apex, a bunch of friends there too. Um, and thank you so much for running this, you and DDR.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely appreciate your support on not just a viewership level, but now on a competitive level here on track, providing the entertainment for those watching at home. We really do appreciate the support from all our drivers, and glad to see you have a really great result here today, and can't wait to see what you have for us next week.
Sweet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there we go. ATK037 on screen, aka Leo. We love Leo so much here at GT45 Gaming. Coming in for his first race, getting his first podium interview, and he did a great job. He did a great job. So huge love to Attack Motorsports and the great drivers that are coming from there, and all our teams involved. We have Apex, Flying Fox Racing, Victory Pace Racing. We got 10 Tenths Racing. We got D-Dot Racing in the house. We got a couple independent drivers as well. We've got Team Rad up in the house here as well. And that's just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a couple more I haven't quite. THG, the Humble guys, are also involved with the series as well. So, much love to all our teams and all our drivers, and to all our independent drivers as well. We have lots of independent drivers here in the series as well, and it's really made for a great series. But the pros definitely having a spicy tamale here at the end of the night tonight, and I feel like Race Control is going to have a busy evening here. But, great racing by the pros as always. And congratulations to our podium finishers. We had ATK's Accursed in third place, Apex Sim Racing's both Snipe in second place, and Lucas 36 in first place in race number 1. That takes us into race number 2. It's Tom the Tech in third place from Flying Fox Racing, DDR's IT43, and of course ATK Leo winning race number 2. IIT43 did come into the chat there just to say a few words before he heads off to bed for the night. Of course, he's in the United Kingdom, so it's like 4 in the morning there right now. So he says GG's all some tight racing in race number 2, a little bit of lag, but was a fun one. This was a week track for me. Unfortunately, I won't make interviews as I'm up for work in a couple hours. GG's to Tom and Black Widow. That was some racing in race number 2. I had some force feedback issues round 1, so that was scrapped, but thanks for the comms. I'll watch it back tomorrow. Hey, we appreciate you, IT43, and definitely appreciate D-Dot Racing and some of their members coming in and supporting what we're doing here in the North American side at GT45 Gaming as well. So a really great racing there. Race 1 was, a fairly calm race for the most part. Lots of non-incidental contact as these drivers were pushing hard, but the race kind of sorted itself out fairly quickly. Race number 2 was a whole different story. The race started very calm and ended absolutely on fire. I mean, it was action for the last 10 minutes of this race, and I definitely gonna want to stay tuned for the highlights next week, because there is going to be all kinds of good tidbits up in there. So we're going to leave it in the hands of our race control officials and our stewarding staff here to take over and do what they do behind the scenes, and we'll be back tomorrow night for one last run at the Nürburgring GP here from Roving Island World Tour 2 North America, and we're going to send the Pro-Ams to finish off our racing week here from DDR and GT45 Gaming. You guys are absolutely killing it out there in the chat. I mean, Payme, congratulations, good luck to you too, my guy. I see you up in the chat, man. The big stage, just enjoy the experience, my dude. Go out there, have fun, give it everything you've got, man, and bring us home some good stories and maybe some hardware, my dude. Maybe some hardware, my guy. Go get it. But we're definitely wishing you and Risky good luck this weekend, and we're definitely sending you guys good vibes, and hoping to see the community members coming home with some bling bling. Hey. But give it out there, man. Just have fun, enjoy the experience. That's the big thing. The big stage is no joke. It's a lot of pressure. You want to talk about pressure? Sim racing on a stream has nothing compared to that big live stage here at Gran Turismo 7. So the Porsche Esports Challenge also starting here at the end of the week as well, ladies and gentlemen. We do have some of our very own awesome community members we see here on the big screen at GT45 Gaming all the time, going to compete live on the big stage as well. So much love to Risky Replicant and Payme. Definitely wishing you guys the best out there, and go show them boys how we do things over here in the winner's circle, that's for sure. But great racing tonight from our pros, and let's see what the Pro-Ams have in store. Ams gave us a show. Pros gave us a show. I guarantee you those Pro-Ams are going to send it off with a bang this week. They always do. So we appreciate y'all. Remember, you all matter. That's the most important thing. Life is tough. Times get tough out there. Just hang in there. Keep your nose up. Keep pushing forward. And don't be scared to reach out if you need somebody just to get it off your chest so you can continue to move in a forward progression. Forward progress is always good progress, and it's positivity. So we appreciate y'all. Stay winning. And, catch you on the next one. Pro-Ams at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night here, live on GT45 Gaming's Facebook and YouTube channels, and another dual sprint race from Nürburgring GP to send round 8 off and put it in the books. We appreciate y'all. Much love to D-Dot Racing, DDR, and all the partners involved behind the scenes over there in the UK for the great series here, and much love to our drivers and our volunteers that make it all happen every single week on the screen and behind the scenes of the stream. We appreciate y'all, we love y'all, and we're going to send you out with a little bit of Toonski.